Alright, hello everybody. We are going to be going over Tutorial 7 today. It's reading related data with the entity framework in ASP.NET. And Anthony and myself did the presentation in class on Tutorial 7 here. And so the first good chunk of the tutorial kind of just walks you over the different kinds of loading that ASP.NET can do. There's lazy, eager, and explicit, and there's different performance issues related with each one. So depending on what you want to do as far as better performance, you can choose lazy, eager, or explicit. There's a couple of links on the first part of the tutorial that if you want to read more about it, you can go in more in depth and read about them. And then during certain parts of the presentation here, it'll just point out that it's doing eager loading or lazy loading. So the first thing that we're going to do here is creating a course page that displays the department name. And so we're just going to add a controller like we did in some of the early tutorials. Obviously for this one here, you can see we're doing course controller. That's what we're going to call it. And then, like I said here, it has the dot include, so they're just pointing out that this particular controller, when you add it, is doing the eager loading. And as far as changing the code here, it has you go into Views, Course, and Index. So I'll open that up here. Views, Course, and Index. And then what it has you change here, it has you change the title, the heading, and then these couple of display names from your models, the course ID and department name, as you can see over here. So just going back to the code, you can kind of see I already have the code pasted in here because I've already gone through the later tutorials, so it's already kind of done. So there's the code for you guys. And going back here, so these are the kind of just highlighted, these are the things that you're changing visually with the window on the page there. This course's title up here, this number that says what the different CRNs, if you will, for the classes are, and then what department they belong to. And then next we're going to create an instructors page that shows the courses and enrollments as well as the instructors and their names. So this is something that's kind of a little different from the rest of the tutorials. So we add a controller, as you can see here, for the instructor, and also we're creating another in the View Models folder. We're creating an Instructor Index data sheet there. I can pull that up. Let's see, View Models, Instructor Index, and as you can see here, it's creating those three instructors, courses, and enrollments there. Yeah, then moving on here. So here's some more of what we're doing to the instructors page. So you're adding a using statement, as you can see here, from the view models that we created in the previous slide there. Then, excuse me, the scaffolded code in the index, as you can see, has this dot include again. So it's just kind of pointing out again that it's doing the eager loading. And then we're going into the index method for instructors. And we're replacing the existing code with this code here. And yeah, and then there's, as you can see here again, there's some eager loading with the dot includes. So this is the actual modifying that you're doing to the index. This is the code that you're changing here, all this highlighted stuff. Again, you're changing the top. You're changing where it's coming from, so it's coming from the view models instructor index data rather than the model itself. These are the headings for your columns in your table, and oops, and then that looks about it. And then it's just, oh, this is another thing that's changing here too, is this action link. So rather than having just the instructor names with the typical edit, delete, and details, now there's a select link at the end with those, and you select that and it'll give you the option to choose I think offices, I believe. So here's what is changing visually in the instructor page view. So it's changing this instructors at the top, their office location, and then here's the select that I was saying. It's adding to the end here with the edit, delete, and details. And actually, I'll go back so I can just show you guys here. So views Instructor Index is what we're pulling up. So we're going down to the instructor here, pulling up the index. These are the headings that it was changing here, and here's the instructor's header that it changes. And then scroll down here, and then this is the select link that it's adding to the end here, and that's what you can pull on. Sorry, I'm scrolling down too far, getting ahead of myself here. And let's see, moving forward here. So and then again, we're going to add some more onto the instructor index view. So when you let me pull up the site here. So if you pull up the instructors here, a second to load. So here's the select that we've created, and then when you click on that, rather than pulling up a whole different page with the edit or details or delete, it just adds onto the bottom of the page here, and it lists the courses that are taught by the instructor. So then it'll give you the course number, title, and department. And just going back here. So here's kind of the Microsoft's visual for you. And here's the courses taught. And then this is our last modification here to our instructor's page. So then, as you can see from the courses taught by selected instructor, there's a link right here, another select link, and when you select that, then it'll show you all the students that are enrolled in that particular course. So I'll kind of show you the live version here. So here's the course. We'll just we'll select this first one here, select that, and it pops down the two students that are enrolled in that particular course. And that's the end of the slides there, and I'll go back here to the code. So as I was scrolling down a little too far there earlier, so here's the courses, and you're just copying and pasting the chunks of code that the tutorial has you copy and paste right onto the end. So this is the end of the table here from the first when you create the scaffolding for the instructor here. This is the end here, this table, and then the next part, it has you add on this courses, and that when you hit the select statement at the top, like here, then it pops down this part. So this chunk of code there, this table from here down to here, is that middle part, and then the last chunk they have you copy and paste in there is this from enrollments. And so you're just tagging it from right onto the end of the next. and then that gives you, like we saw here.